They come from a dying world. They drift through the universe, pushed on by the solar winds. They adapt, and they survive. The function of all life is survival. Sleep, sleep, sleep. From deep space, sleep, sleep. The seed is planted. Sleep, sleep. Terror grows. Sleep.
Matthew! Matthew! Matthew!
Like the others.
Elizabeth, wake up! Get you when you sleep. Sit up!
Invasion of the Body Snatchers.
The city is Istanbul. The time is the 30s. The people are famous.
Monsieur Hercule Poirot, the famous?
Precisely.
Famous and infamous. Ladies and gentlemen, you're in distinguished company. Moreover, you're in dangerous company. For you're about to join Hercule Poirot, the international detective no less, in the most celebrated whodunit ever conceived by the mastermind of Agatha Christie.
We've paid for that bridge and we're going to collect.
We're going to fly 35,000 men 300 miles and drop them behind enemy lines. It'll be the largest airborne operation ever mounted. Quite frankly, this kind of thing's never been attempted before. We shall seize the bridges, it's all a question of bridges, with thunderclap surprise, and hold them until they can be secured. And we go next Sunday.
7 days.
The sooner we go, the better. We've got them on the run.
Josephine Levine presents A Bridge Too Far.
You do not remember me. I am Jor-El. I'm your father. Even though you've been raised as a human being, you are not one of them. You have great powers, only some of which you have discovered.
I've got you.
You've got me! Who's got you?
We're sitting on top of the story of the century here.
Who are you?
A friend.
You are revealed to the world, but you still must keep your secret identity.
Why?
Your enemies will discover their only way to hurt you by hurting the people you care for. They can be a great people, Kal-El, they wish to be. They only lack the light to show the way. For this reason, above all, I have sent them you, my only son.
Roses are red, violets are blue, but the iris is the flower that will mean the end of it.
Suspiria. You can hide from Suspiria. Suspiria. But you The only thing more terrifying than the last 12 minutes of Suspiria are the first 92.
It's the night of the senior prom, and everybody is there, even Carrie White. The girl no one likes, and everyone makes fun of. The girl who lives in that creepy house with her cruel mother. The girl with the strange power. But tonight, no one will laugh at Carrie. She'll be voted Queen of the Prom. For Carrie, it will be a dream come true. For everyone else, it will be a nightmare. Carrie, a new film by Brian De Palma, starring Sissy Spacek, Piper Laurie, and John Travolta in his first motion picture role. If you have a taste for terror, you have a date with Carrie. Rated R.
Long ago, a classic legend was born and brought to life in Walt Disney's finest moment of ingenuity. A story of heroics, of nobility, and adventure. Disney's Robin Hood. The special edition, coming soon to Disney DVD.
Looking after the colonel, that's what.
Shoot him and let's get the hell out of here.
Shoot him, we don't get the gold.
What gold?
You see, we're just a private enterprise operation.
Those freaks! That ain't an army, it's a circus.
Could be the perfect crime.
These are honorable men.
You know, Tony, you gotta worry about talking about one thing and then zap.
Charlie,
You gotta be like me.
Tony,
Just be sure and tell him to be here tonight, all right?
Michael, Giovanni. 4 honorable men. And Johnny.
Hey, there ain't nothing wrong with me, my friend. I'm feeling fine. Keep your mouth shut.
We're not gonna pay. We're not paying.
Joey, but why? We just said we were gonna have a drink.
And we don't pay mooks.
What's a mook?
A mook? What's a mook? I don't know. What's a mook?
You can't call me a mook.
I can't?
No.
I'll give you
Honorable men. They will pay their debt tonight in mean streets.
American Graffiti. Where were you in '62?
Grab that special one and jump into your candy-colored custom or your screaming machine, cruise downtown and catch American Graffiti.
American Graffiti. Baby, what's that?
It's a movie.
Can you dig it? Can you dig it?
Go back in time.
Where were you in '62?
It's one of those great old movies about romance, racing, and rock and roll.
Oh, American Graffiti. American Graffiti. Where were you in '62?
The most bizarre and brutal series of crimes in America. This is the movie that is just as real, just as close, just as terrifying as being there. Even if one of them survives, what will be left? The Texas Chainsaw Massacre. After you stop screaming, you'll start talking about it.
About time this town had a new sheriff.
You're a man who makes people afraid, and that's dangerous.
This is a God-fearing town. These God-fearing people. You like him, you save him.
Who are you? What did you say your name was again?
I didn't.
Whoever killed him will probably want to speak to you.
I don't know anything.
I'd like to use you as possible bait.
It's not safe.
Is it safe?
Is it safe?
No, it's not safe. It's very dangerous.
He's probably the wealthiest and most wanted Nazi left alive.
Is it safe?
Marathon Man. These are the armies of the night.
Can you dig it? Can you dig it?
The Furies. The Boppers. The Hi-Hats. And these are the Warriors.
We know about the Warriors. They're a heavy outfit.
They're from Coney Island.
Warriors? You guys are the big dudes, huh?
Now they're in the Bronx.
We're going back.
27 miles behind enemy lines.
It's the only choice we got.
Between them and safety stand 20,000 cops and 100,000 sworn enemies.
I want them all. I want all the Warriors.
They've got one chance. They've got one night. The Warriors.
It's the movie they couldn't wait to talk about. The movie is Midnight Express.
Senora de Vladimir. Bring it.
He was a 20-year-old American boy, up against a system he didn't understand, spoken in a language he couldn't speak. He was beyond the help of his parents and the power of the United States government. And yet, he triumphed. His name is Billy Hayes. His story is true. And his ordeal is so incredible, it will change you forever. The movie is Midnight Express.
This is David Sumner. All his life he's been running away, turning his back on trouble, involvement, and confrontation. Until now.
There are 5 men out there.
I know that. He took his wife and fled to an English country town. He thought he could find peace and refuge. Instead, he found that a man can't hide forever.
I care. This is where I live. I will not allow violence against this house.
Sam Peckinpah, who uncaged the Wild Bunch, now unleashes Dustin Hoffman in Straw Dogs.
For generations,
The Thornes have been a family of tremendous wealth, position, and power. The perfect marriage of Ambassador Robert Thorne and his wife Catherine was fulfilled by the birth of their son, Damien. And then, when the child was 5 years old, something terrible happened. And then it happened again. Was it an accident? Was it murder? Was it a coincidence? Or was it an omen?
Look at me, Damien. It's all for you.
20th Century Fox presents a film of psychological suspense about an occurrence of earth-shaking importance. Gregory Peck, Lee Remick, The Omen.
Alcatraz, the Rock. No one has ever escaped from this prison. This is Frank Morris. Armed robbery, burglary, grand larceny. Morris has escaped from many prisons, but Alcatraz could be the exception.
No one has ever escaped from Alcatraz.
I'm in.
Me too. And no one ever will.
There are 12 counts every day. One long count. We count the hours. Tuesday night we go.
Shakedown.
The bulls count us, and the king bulls count the counts.
No one has ever escaped from Alcatraz. And no one ever will.
See you later, man.
Goodbye. And no one ever will.
In 1962, that statement was no longer valid. Clint Eastwood is Frank Morris in Escape from Alcatraz.
Roper, Williams, and Lee, the Deadly Three, penetrate the secret chambers and evil island empire.
What do you know about Han? He lives like a king on it. Totally self-sufficient.
A fortress without walls, protected by an invincible army that needs no ordinary weapons. This is Enter the Dragon, the first martial arts film produced by a major Hollywood studio. John Saxon is Roper. He was in it for the money. U.S. karate champion Jim Kelly as Williams. He was there because he had no choice. Black Belt Hall of Fame undisputed martial arts champion and international film star Bruce Lee. His job was to get them out alive. Others presents Enter the Dragon, where the world's greatest martial arts athletes meet the ultimate challenge with the most ancient and deadly of weapons, the human body. Enter the Dragon from Warner Brothers.
This is Faber College in 1962. You know, 1962 had to be the best year of my life. I was a member of Delta Tau Chi. The Deltas. What a great bunch of guys.
You're out. Finished at Faber, expelled. I want you off this campus at 9 o'clock Monday morning. Let's go!
National Lampoon's Animal House, starring John Belushi, Tim Matheson.
Would you go out with me?
And Donald Sutherland as Jennings. National Lampoon's Animal House.
This was Germany in the early 30s.
Hello, stranger.
Full of life and love.
Meine Damen und Herren, Mesdames et Messieurs, Ladies und Gentlemen, Fräulein Sally Bowles! What good is sitting all alone in your room? Come, hear the music play. Life is a cabaret, old chum. Come to the cabaret. Start by admitting from cradle to tomb, it isn't that long a stay. Life is a cabaret, old chum. It's only a cabaret, old chum. And I love a cabaret.
I could a tale unfold, whose lightest word would harrow up thy soul, freeze thy young blood.
I am here to investigate the disappearance of a young girl. Where is Rowan Morrison?
If Rowan Morrison existed, we would know of him.
I suspect murder.
But, Sergeant, I've already told...
In the name of God, woman, what kind of mother are you? That can stand by and see your own child slaughtered.
You are the fool, Mr. Harry.
You're liars. You are despicable little liars. Where is Rowan Morrison?
If Rowan Morrison existed, we would know of him.
I suspect murder.
She was burned. You are the fool, Mr. Harry.
Where is Rowan Morrison?
Oh, my God!
A United States Army field hospital somewhere near the front lines.
From the front line.
This is the story of two indispensable military surgeons. They had the Army over a barrel. But did they take advantage of it? Yes. MASH, a motion picture that raises some important moral questions. And then it drops them.
This is not a hospital! It's an insane asylum! My God, they've shot him!
God lives you incredible nincompoop. It's the end of the quarter.
All right, a little closer together. Come on, smile. That's it. Hold it.
Isn't this terrific?
Columbia Pictures presents Dustin Hoffman and Meryl Streep in Kramer versus Kramer.
I just gotta call the office before they go. Joe, you're gonna be real proud of me.
I'm leaving you.
Was this some kind of joke?
I'm not saying he doesn't need his father, but I really believe he needs me more. I'm his mother.
My wife says that she loves Billy, and I believe she does, but I'd like to know, what law is it that says that a woman is a better parent simply by virtue of her sex? How does it feel?
Good.
Okay, keep it going. Keep it going. Keep it going. That's terrific.
I love you, Billy.
Oh, that's terrific. How do you feel?
Good.
You look great.
Kramer versus Kramer.
Torn from the fiery pages of the mightiest annals of the West comes the supreme saga in the great tradition of frontier drama.
Schwarzes.
limousine saddle, he wore a shining star. His job to offer battle to bad men near and far.
What's your name?
Well, my name is Jim, but most people call me Jim.
The heroic sheriff rallies his citizens in the wildest finish the West has ever seen, or the movies have ever shown.
Ow! Oh, ow! Have you ever seen such cruelty?
Frank Serpico.
Takes a 14-shot clip. You expecting an army?
No, just a division.
We know how to handle guys like you. I had to cut your tongue out.
There are many sides to Serpico. A hero who was hated, a loner who was loved, and to some people, the most dangerous man alive, an honest cop. Al Pacino is Serpico. The man, the book, the movie, the performance, the shattering impact of Serpico.
Where are you going, city boy? We'll find it.
It ain't nothing but the biggest river in the state.
These are the men. Nothing very unusual about them. Suburban guys like you or your neighbor. Nothing very unusual about them until they decided to spend one weekend canoeing down the Cohulawasi River. John Boorman's film of James Dickey's explosive best-selling novel.
Among the countless billions of Wonka bars are 5 gold tickets.
Willy Wonka's opening his factory. He's gonna let people in. I've got the same chance as anybody else, haven't I?
You got more, Charlie, because you wanted more.
25 years ago, Charlie won a ticket to the most magical place on earth.
You can take a sunrise.
All aboard, everybody.
This way, Grandpa.
What is this, Wonka? Some kind of fun house?
Why, having fun?
Return to the world of Willy Wonka, where life can be sweet.
Hey, this is really great.
And every child gets his just desserts.
Don't touch a thing.
Stuck in the pipe there, isn't he, Wonka?
The suspense is terrible.
He's going to go this time.
I hope it'll last.
He's absolutely bonkers. And that's not bad.
There is no life I know.
Feel the wonder all over again.
I decided a long time ago that I had to find a child to whom I can tell all my candy-making secrets.
Celebrate the 25th anniversary return of...
Here it comes!
Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory. Your golden ticket to imagination and adventure.
This is about a movie about a couple of killers. Harry Callahan. And a homicidal maniac. The one with the badge is Harry.
Oh!
Reasons they called him Dirty Harry. And he kept inventing new ones. Clint Eastwood. Detective Harry Callahan. You don't assign him.
Stop!
To murder cases. You just turn him loose.
Now, what the hell is he doing up there?
Get on the heart of the 45th Recon Wing. See what the hell they could be testing up there now.
This is the motion picture that astounded us, that challenged us, that dazzled us. The motion picture that reminded us we are not alone. This is the road that took us to the outer limits of a brilliant filmmaker's imagination. The road over 100 million people have taken and will want to take again. The road millions of others will take for the first time. But now the road will take us all even farther. When we saw Close Encounters of the Third Kind for the first time, we wanted more. Now there is more.
Saw her, or what it was about her that caught his eye. Maybe it was the way the wind blew through her hair.
Welcome, my friends, to India and Afghanistan and Kafirstan. Kafirstan, the remotest place on earth where only Alexander the Great has been before you. With the help of Michael Caine and Sean Connery and Christopher Plummer, we are doing all in our power to tell this wild, funny, and bizarre tale. The man who would be king. Look at the size of that ruby.
There's a bigger one.
Every time, we gotta make a run for it.
Sean Connery, Michael Caine, and Christopher Plummer in John Huston's The Man Who Would Be King.
He was 25 years old. He combed his hair like James Dean. He was very fastidious. People who littered bothered him. She was 15. She took music lessons and could twirl a baton.
I'm Kid. I'm not keeping you from anything important, am I?
No.
She wasn't very popular at school. For a while, they lived together in a treehouse. In 1959, they murdered a lot of people.
We hid out in the wilderness, down by a river in a grove of cottonwoods. It'd be in the flood season. We built our house in the trees. We planned a huge network of tunnels under the forest floor, and our first order of business every morning was to decide on a new password. He gave me lectures on how a gun works, how to take it apart and put it back together again, in case I had to carry on without him. He said that if the devil came at me, I could shoot him with a gun.
Hey. Of course, Holly and I have had fun, even if it has been rushed. So far, we're doing fine. Hadn't got caught. Excuse the grammar.
Suddenly, his wife and child were dead. The feud was about to begin. He was out for revenge, and they were out for his blood. And when you're an outlaw, there's no turning back.
You're all alone now, Wales.
Not quite alone.
He lives by the gun. He lives by his word. And he lives for revenge. He's an army of one. Clint Eastwood is the outlaw Josie Wales.
All right, Popeye's here. Get your hands on your heads. Get off the bar and get on the wall. What's my name?
Popeye Doyle. If he doesn't like you, he'll take you apart. And it's all perfectly legal, because Doyle fights dirty
You want to take a ride there, fat man?
and plays rough.
Anybody want a milkshake?
Doyle is bad news, but he's a good cop.
We're going now. Bye.
How many times have I been downhearted, looked up and saw him smiling?
All right, let's hit him. Hit him! All right, nobody move. Put your hands in the air.
The stakeout,
Popeye, it's me. It's me.
the payoff, the chase.
Don't stop. Hey, Coke, you all right?
French Connection.
Halloween night. A small American town. 15 years ago. Michael? Halloween.
I spent 8 years trying to reach him, and then another 7 trying to keep him locked up because I realized that what was living behind that boy's eyes was purely and simply evil.
Halloween. The night he came home.
Towards the end of the year 1560, following the conquest of Peru, a few Spanish adventurers undertake the boldest mission of their lives. With 1,100 men, 2 women, captive Indians, and animals, they descend from the Andes down into the steaming primeval forests where the waters of the Amazon begin. In quest of El Dorado, the fabled city of gold. But the forest swallows them up. Its secret is preserved.
The wrath of God. Who else is with me?
At precisely 1900 hours, I entered the cabin of the spacecraft and settled back for liftoff.
Ready, Kelvin?
Ready.
Good luck.
Donatas Banionis, Vladislav Dvorjetsky, Natalia Bondarchuk play the leading roles in Solaris. The scene is somewhere in the cosmos. The time, the distant future. The place, a planet yet unknown to us. Let us take you with us to Solaris, planet of mystery, embodiment of man's latent conflict with the unknown. Man, face to face with his conscience and with his past. Directed by Andrei Tarkovsky, who gave us the classic film Andrei Rublev. A studio Mosfilm production.
Being There, the story of a village idiot who convinced almost everybody, including the President of the United States, that he was a genius. It's very funny, but scary too, because it could come true.
He's very, very sexy. But I think he's brilliant.
It's always somewhat surprising to find men like yourself working so intimately with the president and yet somehow managing to remain relatively unknown. Yes, it is surprising.
I can't write.
Well, I heard he speaks 8 languages.
I can't read. I like to watch TV.
Well, if you want to sing out, sing out. And if you want to be free, be free. 'Cause there's a million things to be, you know that there are. And if you want to live high, live high. And if you want to live low, live low. 'Cause there's a million ways to go, you know that there are. What you want, the opportunity's on. And if you find a new way, you can do it today. You can make it all true, and you can make it undo. You see, you only need to know. Well, if you want to sing out, sing out. And if you want to be free, be free. 'Cause there's a million things to be. You know that there are, you know that there are, you know that there are, you know that there are.
White House.
Howard Hunt, please.
He might be at Mr. Colson's office.
Who's Charles Colson? Did you know, Howard Hunt?
Well, the White House said he was doing some investigative work.
What do you say?
Woodward? Bernstein! Get in here!
At times, it looked as if it might cost them their jobs.
You guys are about to write a story that says the former Attorney General, the highest-ranking law enforcement officer in this country, is a crook.
Their reputations.
Why is the Post trying to do it? I don't know.
Perhaps even their lives.
Think we can do this?
Harry Cole is an expert. The best there is.
Let me tell you something about Harry Cole. The best, bar none. I'll drink to that.
Best what?
The best bugger on the West Coast.
What about me?
He can bug anybody, anytime, anywhere.
Nobody knows how you did it, though, Harry. Caused a hell of a scandal, too.
Be careful, Harry. You're just supposed to listen. Not look, not feel, not care.
Yes. How'd you get this phone number?
We prepare a full dossier on everyone.
It's terrific. The bugger got bugged, huh?
Gene Hackman is Harry Call in The Conversation. There is nothing private about The Conversation. Listen.
My name is Harry Call. Can you hear me?
Intensive rehabilitation here. We're not priests, we're processors. A meat packer processes live animals into edible ones. We process dangerous men into harmless ones. This we accomplish by breaking you.
What do you think? Did he make it or didn't he?
Oh, I'd say his chances are very poor, wouldn't you?
Is that all you've got to say?
What do you expect me to say? That man risked his life to save mine.
The ordeals of prison.
I want that name, and I want it now. Then you'll die.
The dreams of freedom. The dangers of escape. Steve McQueen, Dustin Hoffman, Papillon, the greatest adventure of escape ever filmed.
I want you to remember that no bastard ever won a war by dying for his country. He won it by making the other poor dumb bastard die for his country.
This is Patton, a salute to a rebel, a man whom the New York Times described in an editorial 2 days after his death as a legend, spectacular, swaggering, pistol-packing, deeply religious and violently profane, a strange combination of fire and ice.
I thought I would stand up here and let you people see if I am as big a son of a bitch as some of you think I am. God, I'm proud of these men. I will be proud to lead you wonderful guys into battle anytime, anywhere.
In 1968, George Romero brought us Night of the Living Dead. It became the classic horror film of its time. Now, George Romero brings us the most intensely shocking motion picture experience for all times. Dawn of the Dead. Night of the Living Dead has ended. Dawn of the Dead is here.
It gets up and kills. The people it kills get up and kill.
They must be destroyed on sight.
When there is no more room in hell, the dead will walk the earth. Dawn of the Dead.
Chapter 1. He adored New York City. He idolized it all out of proportion. No, make that, he romanticized it all out of proportion. Better. To him, no matter what the season was, this was still a town that existed in black and white and pulsated to the great tunes of George Gershwin. Now, let me start this over. Chapter 1. He was as tough and romantic as the city he loved. Behind his black-rimmed glasses was the coiled sexual power of a jungle cat. I love this. New York was his town, and it always would be.
Manhattan, starring Woody Allen.
Look, I love her. I've
always loved her.
So what, you liked it now? You don't like it? You did like it? You know, it's still early. You can change your mind one more time before dinner.
You are so self-righteous, you know? I mean, we're just people. We're just human beings, you know? You think you're God.
I gotta model myself after someone.
Sky means business. Young Frankenstein.
Oh dear, nothing left. What shall we throw in now?
Starring Gene Wilder as Dr. Frankenstein.
That's Frankenstein.
But what about your grandfather's work, sir?
My grandfather's work was doo-doo!
Peter Boyle as the monster. Marty Feldman as Igor.
My grandfather used to work for your grandfather.
I'm sure we'll get along splendidly.
Oh! Kill the monster! Storm their castle!
See Mel Brooks' Young Frankenstein.
Yes, I think we could all use a good laugh.
But don't see it alone. Don't miss Young Frankenstein, personally directed by Mel Blazing Saddles Brooks, in black and white. No offense.
What an excellent day for an exorcism.
You know what he did?
I understand you want to marry my wife. With your permission, of course.
Laurence Olivier.
You may not agree with this, Inspector, but you take it from me. The shortest way to a man's heart is through humiliation. You soon find out what he's made of.
Michael Caine.
Why don't I just keep tapping you lightly on the head with a poker until the lump comes up?
Can't make a game out of real murder.
We'll see. In Joseph L. Mankiewicz's film,
You're mad! You're a bloody madman!
You are a young man, dressed as a clown, about to be murdered.
I'm sorry you appear to find this all quite so funny.
I did not murder him!
It's the truth.
Liar.
И вот произошло великое землетрясение, и солнце стало мрачно, как власеница, и луна сделалась, как кровь, и звезды небесные легли на землю, как смоковница, потрясаемая сильным ветром, роняет незрелые смоковы свои, и небо скрылось, свившись, как свиток, и всякая гора и остров двинулись с места.
Barry Lyndon, a film by Stanley Kubrick, starring Ryan O'Neal and Marissa Berenson, has won the Best Picture and Best Director award presented by the National Board of Review. Richard Schickel, in a Time magazine 7-page cover story, called the film ravishing, overwhelming, an uncompromised artistic vision, and said, director Stanley Kubrick asserts a claim to greatness that time alone can, and probably will, confirm. CBS TV critic Pat Collins called it a masterpiece, monumental, a perfect film of epic size. Liz Smith of Cosmopolitan called it a perfect movie. Beautiful, breathtaking, brilliant. Like a gorgeous, fulfilling dream of life, a dream you never want to end. It is not comparable to any other film I can recall. I ask you to turn yourself over to the experience. Barry Lyndon, a film by Stanley Kubrick based on the novel by William Makepeace Thackeray, starring Ryan O'Neal and Marissa Berenson.
At approximately 3 p.m. on August 22nd, 1972, Sonny Wurtzik and Sal Naturale entered the First Brooklyn Savings Bank and attempted a robbery.
Freeze! Nobody move! Get over there!
The attempt failed.
There's no money here.
They picked it up this afternoon. There's only 1,100.
This is too much.
It's for you.
What?
The police arrived.
This is Detective Sergeant Eugene Moretti. What are you doing in there?
For the people of the neighborhood, it was a sideshow.
Sonny!
Sonny! But for Sonny and Sal, the hostages, and the cops, it was a dog day afternoon.
Sonny, come on out!
It's just a freak show to them anyway.
The most you're gonna get is 5 years. You get out in 1 year, huh?
Kiss me. I mean, I don't know about that guy out there.
Hello, Sonny. You're on the air.
Sonny, Jesus, I was watching it on TV.
Go back there, man!
Why didn't he tell me he needed money?
He wants to kill me so bad he can taste it.
Why rob a bank when you got a sucker for a mother?
You're starting to get on my nerves.
See that? Put it in your holster!
We're entertainment, right? What do you got for us?
Alaka! Alaka!
I ain't going back to that prison, Sonny.
Remember Alaka! Down! They're coming in the back!
I'm here with my partner and 9 other people. See, we're dying. We did it.
Al Pacino. Dog Day Afternoon. A true story.
His name is Sylvester Stallone. He's the star of a new film called Rocky. He's been described as tough, handsome, talented, sexy, sensitive, dynamic, brilliant. He's been compared to Nicholson, De Niro, and Brando, but he is Rocky. He's the man who could be loved by only one woman because somehow she gets beneath the pain. He's every nobody who ever needed somebody.
Rocky, do you believe that America is the land of opportunity?
Yeah.
I'll break both your arms so they don't work for you.
He's every man who ever settled for something less.
What about my pride, Nick? At least you had a pride. I ain't had no pride. I ain't enough. I want to get that. I want to get that.
Terrific. I mean, you could be a heartbreak. You walk down the street breaking hearts the way you're looking. Very sharp.
He's the man who never had a chance until now. Rocky. His whole life was a 1,000,000-to-1 shot. His name is Sylvester Stallone, but you will always remember him as Rocky.
And now, the distinguished television news commentator, Mr. Howard Beale.
Ladies and gentlemen, I would like at this moment to announce that I will be retiring from this program in 2 weeks' time because of poor ratings. Since this show was the only thing I had going for me in my life, I have decided to kill myself. I'm going to blow my brains out right on this program a week from today.
What the hell's going on?
I am not putting Howard back on the air.
It's not your show anymore, Max. It's mine.
Ladies and gentlemen, the Network News Hour with Howard Beale.
I want all of you to get up out of your chairs. I want you to get up right now and go to the window, open it, and stick your head out and yell, "I'm as mad as hell, and I'm not going to take this anymore. Things have got to change."
How many
but first,
stations does this go
you've
out
got to
live?
get mad.
67.
Network by Patty Chayefsky, directed by Sidney Lumet, produced by Howard Gottfried. Television will never be the same.
A relationship, I think, is like a shark. You know, it has to constantly move forward or it dies. And I think what we got on our hands is a dead shark.
Woody Allen.
I love what you're wearing.
Oh, you do? Yeah? Oh, well, this tie is a present from Grammy Hall.
Who? Grammy Hall?
Yeah, my Grammy.
What are you kidding? What'd you do, grow up in a Norman Rockwell painting?
Diane Keaton.
You don't want me to live with you.
I don't want you to live with me. Whose idea was it?
Mine.
Yeah. It was yours, actually, but I approved it immediately.
I was at the Stones concert in Altamont when they killed that guy, remember?
Yeah, were you? I was at an Alice Cooper thing where 6 people were rushed to the hospital with bad vibes.
Janet Margolin. Colleen Dewhurst. Christopher Walken in the new Woody Allen film.
Were you always funny?
Hey, what is this, an interview? We're supposed to be making love.
Annie Hall.
One shot is what it's all about. Deer has to be taken with one shot. You gotta listen to me. You want to stay down here and die? Don't do it. Don't do it. What's the matter with you? Don't you recognize me?
Everyone knows the glorious story of the child born in a faraway manger. Well, this isn't that story. He was born into the golden age of Roman rule.
Do we have any crucifixions today? 139, sir. Special celebration.
It was a time of miracles.
I was blind, and now I can see. Oh!
He was a born leader.
Brothers, we should be struggling together. We are.
A potential martyr.
What would they do to me? Oh, you'll probably get away with crucifixion. Crucifixion? Yeah. First offense.
And his mother's joy.
You mean telling them? They think I'm the Messiah, Mum. I'm the Messiah!
There's no Messiah in here. There's a mess all right, but no Messiah.
Just when you thought you were saved. It's Monty Python's Life of Brian. He wasn't the Messiah. He was a very naughty boy.
Terrific race, the Romans. Terrific.
There is a creature alive today who has survived millions of years of evolution without change, without passion, and without logic.
What we are dealing with here is a perfect engine, an eating machine.
We're not only going to have to close the beach, we're going to have to hire somebody to kill the shark.
Bad fish, but I'll catch him and kill him.
Did you hear your father? Out of the water now!
This shark, swallow you whole.
You're gonna need a bigger boat.
That's a 20-footer.
25. 3 tons on them.
None of man's fantasies of evil can compare with the reality of Jaws. Roy Scheider, Robert Shaw, Richard Dreyfuss, Jaws. See it before you go swimming.
Chicago was the place to be in 1936. In those days, the big con was a dying art, until a first-class grifter on the lam from the FBI and a young gaffer from Joliet joined forces to con the Big Mick.
He's not as tough as he thinks. Neither are we.
It starts with the setup.
You owe me 15 grand, pal.
Then you bait the hook.
Your boss is quite a card player, Mr. Kelly. How does he do it? He cheats.
You play him on the wire.
The wire's been out of date for 10 years. That's why he won't know it.
Now he's ready for the sting.
He's there. Let's get on it.
Listen to me. Don't go back to your place tonight.
$500,000 to win. Lucky Dan.
Paul Newman and Robert Redford. This time, they might get away with it.
Los Angeles, 1937. There are lots of guys like J.J. Gitters. They're easy to find, if you want to find them. You do your job, and sometimes you find the answers to questions that should never be asked. Or you find out what happens to people who ask them.
Hold it there, kitty cat.
You're a very nosy fellow, kitty cat, huh?
You know what happens to nosy fellows?
Go home, Jake.
I'm doing you a favor. Come on, Jake.
Forget it, Jake. It's Chinatown.
You get tough. You get tender. You get close to each other. Maybe you even get close to the truth. Jack Nicholson and Faye Dunaway in a Robert Evans production of a Roman Polanski film, Chinatown.
Once in a lifetime, there comes a motion picture which changes the whole history of motion pictures. A picture so stunning in its effect, so vast in its impact, that it profoundly affects the lives of all who see it. One such film is...
Very good, thank you. Yes, thank you. Next, please.
Once in a lifetime, there comes a motion picture which changes the whole history of motion pictures.
Yes, thank you. Next.
Once in a lifetime!
Go away.
What?
Next.
What's wrong with my voice? My voice is all right, my brain is wrong.
有时候，有一部电影可以把整个电影的历史起了改变。
That's more like it.
库鲁萨瓦的《Seven Samurai》就是这样的一部电影，还有《Ivan the Terrible》，其余的都是平常的电影，像《Herbie Rides Again》、《La Notte》和《Monty Python and the Holy Grail》。Monty Python and the Holy Grail。看完了，来这里吃便饭。
This city here is like an open sewer, you know? It's full of filth and scum.
I think I know what you mean, Travis. But it's not going to be easy.
The taxi driver is looking for a target. getting ready, getting organized, preparing himself for the only moment in his life that will ever mean anything.
How much for everything?
$350 for the Magnum, $250 for the 38, $1.25 for the 25, $150 for the 380.
That taxi driver's been staring at us.
You talking to me? You talking to me?
I don't know who's weirder, you or me.
You talking to me? Well, who the hell else are you talking? Talking to me? Well, I'm the only one here.
I don't believe I've ever met anyone quite like you.
Oh, yeah?
You will never see a more chilling performance than this. Robert De Niro and Martin Scorsese's Taxi Driver.
There was me, that is Alex, and my three droogs, that is Pete, Georgie, and Dim. And we sat in the Corova Milk Bar trying to make up our razoo docs what to do with the evening. The Corova Milk Bar sold Milk Plus, which is what we were drinking. This would sharpen you up and make you ready for a bit of the old ultra-violence.
Hi there, my little droogies.
The evening's the great time, isn't it, Alex Boy?
He's enterprising, aggressive, young, bold, vicious. He'll do.
Stop it, please, I beg you! Food, all right. Great, sir, great. Try the wine.
A Clockwork Orange, the 40th anniversary edition. Look for it on Blu-ray.
Oh, it was gorgeousness and gorgeosity made flesh.
I'd been a soldier since I was 19, and I still haven't learned how to wait for it. I wanted a mission for my sins. They gave me one. Nobody'd ever gone on a mission like it before. And when it was over, I'd never want another one.
Your mission is to proceed up the Nung River in a Navy patrol boat. Pick up Colonel Kurtz's path at New Mung Ba. When you find the Colonel, infiltrate his team by whatever means available, and terminate the Colonel's command.
Terminate?
Terminate with extreme prejudice.
We're coming
son. And about a mile out, we'll put on the music. It scares the hell out of the slopes. My boys love it. I love the smell of napalm in the morning. It smells like victory.
Do you think there's anything wrong with your mind, really? Not a thing, Doc.
Excuse me, miss. Do you think it might be possible to turn that music down so maybe a couple of the boys could talk?
Your hand is staining my window.
God almighty, she's got you guys coming or going. A little change never hurt, huh? A little variety.
Oh, Jesus!
Oh, come on. You're not gonna say that now. You're not gonna say that now. You're gonna pull that henhouse shit now. When the vote, the chief just voted, it was 10 to 9. Now, I want that television set turned on right now!
I don't think he's overly psychotic.
I want something done!
I think he's dangerous.
We're from the State Mental Institution. This is Dr. Cheswick, Dr. Tabor, Dr. Scanlon. I'm Dr. McMurphy.
Hey, Mikey! What? All right, take him over! Get down over here! Get up, Paige!
How about it, you creeps, you lunatics, mental defective?
Somewhere in space, this may all be happening right now. 20th Century Fox and George Lucas, the man who brought you American Graffiti, now bring you an adventure unlike anything on your planet. Star Wars.
Here they come.
Coming in too fast!
The story of a boy, a girl, and a universe. It's a big, sprawling space saga of rebellion and romance. It's a spectacle, light years ahead of its time.
I am C-3PO, human cyborg relations, and this is my counterpart, R2-D2.
Hello.
No sauces, no sauces!
It's an epic of heroes.
Good luck.
And villains. And aliens from 1,000 worlds. Star Wars, 1 billion years in the making, and it's coming to your galaxy this summer.
The history of 2 generations of crime. The drama of absolute power and the men who violate it. The Godfather, Part 2.
What is your name?
Don Vito Corleone and his son, Michael, both had seen the ones they loved most cut down before their eyes. Both had killed as an act of vengeance.
Is it true that in the year 1950, you devised the murder
of the heads of the so-called 5 families in New York.
It's a complete falsehood.
They would take any measures.
I mean, you've won. You want to wipe everybody out? I don't feel I have to wipe everybody out, Tom. Just my enemies.
Make any arrangement.
Michael, we're bigger than U.S. Steel.
The Godfather Part 2 is Sicily in 1921 and Nevada in 1958. It is revolution in Havana and rubouts in New York. It is manipulation.
It would be like trying to kill the president. There's no way we can get to him. If anything in this life is certain, if history's taught us anything, it says you can kill anyone.
The Godfather Part 2 is the final chapter in the violent history of the Corleone crime family. It is the motion picture masterpiece of the year.
What do you want of me? Do what I beg you to do.
Now you come to me and you say, I'm Corleone, give me justice. You come into my house and you ask me to murder.
I ask you for justice.
That is not justice.
They want to get mixed up in the family business? You gotta get them close like this. Bada bing! You blow their brains all over your nice Ivy League suit.
You give them one message, I want Salazzo off. Now that's all out war, we go to the
Some
back.
of the other families won't sit still.
They may hand me
Salazzo. Father would want to hear this. This is business, not personal.
They shot my father. It's business.
Even the
or
shooting of your
ass.
father was business, not personal.
You know my father. Men are coming here to kill him.
I never wanted this for you. I worked my whole life. I don't apologize to take care of my family. And I refused to be a fool. Dancing on the string held by all those big shots.
It's not personal. It's strictly business.